sorry for what took place?
I was scared.
So you stabbed him?
This is 33-year-old Emerita Mapp. 2 days ago, she was under the pretense that she had gotten away with a horrific crime.
Mapp is accused of stabbing 20-year-old Zackery Ganoe to death and trying to kill another man.
But little did she know that one of her victims survived and told the detectives everything.
Something else happened in that room, and for some reason you just don't want to tell us.
If I killed anybody, if I hurt anybody, it wasn't intentional.
You freaking shanked the dude.
On the morning of the 11th of April, 2017, a quiet motel in Kissimmee, Florida, turned into the scene of a brutal crime. Guests at the Days Inn called 911 after discovering 2 young men in a hotel room, both bleeding and barely alive. One of them was 20-year-old Zackery Ganoe. He'd been repeatedly stabbed, and by the time deputies from the Osceola County Sheriff's Office arrived, there was nothing they could do. Zackery was already gone. Just a few feet away was Andrew Bickford, gravely injured but still clinging to life. He had a deep slash across his throat, and his chances of pulling through were slim, but Andrew made it. And when he was strong enough to speak, he was able to identify someone he said was responsible. He named 33-year-old Emerita Mapp, a woman from Orlando, someone he and Zackery considered a friend. According to Andrew, the three had been together in the hotel room that night, drinking, talking, and spending time together until something went terribly wrong. What drove Emerita to attack someone supposed to be a friend? And what really happened in that hotel room in the early hours of the 11th of April? Detectives set out to find the answers. They located Emerita and brought her in for questioning 2 days later, on the 13th of April.
This chair busted.
Emery, right? What's your God-given name?
Emerita.
Emerita. Okay. I'm Detective Miller. This is my partner, Detective Human. Okay. I'm gonna go over some paperwork first. All right, then we'll talk.
As detectives read Emerita her Miranda rights, they probably thought this was going to be a fairly simple case. After all, one victim had survived and directly identified her as the attacker. But what they didn't realize was just how much Emerita had prepared, because she already had a story in place, so well rehearsed and filled with details, that it was about to make their job a whole lot more difficult.
Start from the beginning.
Well, me and dude was cool with him. You know, I went to go chill, to hang out. I hung out for a minute.
Okay.
He was drinking.
With who?
Doing drugs.
But with who?
Zach.
Zach?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're talking about the days and you went over there to chill?
Yeah.
Okay, at what time did you get there?
I got there probably around 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning? Okay.
And we chilled, it was, you know. But later things started getting a little awkward. You know what I mean? It was like...
I don't want to go too fast, I'm sorry. Let's...
So
you said you were doing drugs? What were you guys doing?
Yeah, it was like smoking. It was like doing coke and drinking and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we was chilling, and I was sitting on the bed, and it was like, I don't know, things started getting a little awkward. It was making kind of some gestures, you know. And probably about 8 something. I said, okay, maybe it's about time for me to go. You know, so I said, okay, I'll let you guys, I'm about to leave or whatever. So I left. Down the street, I forgot the room key. I turned around and went back. And as I went back, the other guy was gone. I don't know where he was, but he was just whistling in the room. And when I walked in, I said, yo, I forgot my room key. And he said, come on in. I walked in, and it wasn't on the bed anymore. And he locked the door. And I said, what's up? What's going on? And he was like, you know, you couldn't have to. So he was pulling my clothes. I have bruises. On my legs when he was, you know, holding me down.
Okay.
And we was like bouncing back and forth in the room. He had a gun. He actually fired it off. But they had on the table, it was a knife, it was cigarettes, it was beer bottles, and I grabbed the first thing.
What was the first thing?
The first thing was a knife.
It was a knife? Okay. So
First thing was a knife, and I stabbed him.
you stabbed Zach?
Yeah.
How did you stab him?
Like, I got him and stabbed him.
In the front, in the back?
In front.
In the front. And where were you when you stabbed him in the room?
It was right in front of the door.
Right in front of the door.
And he chased me around the room. Still.
Chased you around the room.
And the first thing I grabbed, he fell. He actually fired off. He fired off a shot. The first thing I grabbed. The second thing was a lamp. I just an impulse. It was all impulse.
A lamp?
Yeah. And
Where's that lamp
swinging it. I started swinging the lamp. I'm not sure where the lamp is. I swung it. I swung it. I was so scared. I was so scared because I've never been in that situation before. Never in my life. I don't bother anybody. I'm not, violent.
Even though Emerita claims that she's not a violent person, her criminal past sure says otherwise. Prosecutors later discovered that she had been previously convicted and imprisoned because of a violent felony.
Let's retract a little bit, okay? You get there, because we need to go step by step. We're going a little bit fast, okay?
Yeah, we're going real fast.
Okay. Let's retract. We're gonna go back to you arrived there at 5. 5? Is that right? Okay, you got there at 5. To what? Do what?
Just hang out.
Just hang out. Okay. Now you know Zach from another guy named John. This is the first time that you've seen Zach?
No, it's the second time.
This is the second time? And what do you know of him?
I really don't know too much.
Does he deal drugs to you? Does he what?
I mean, he deals drugs.
He deals drugs? Okay. So what do you usually buy off of him?
I don't buy anything. We just cool.
You don't buy no weed?
No, gosh, no.
You don't buy no coke, you don't buy none of that? Okay. So you guys go ahead and you guys start hanging out there? You just sitting on the bed?
Yeah, we just chilling. It's like, let's say me,
Okay.
chilling.
So then, at what time, so explain to me from there. Conversation, what are you guys dealing with?
Yeah, it was like listening to music. It was like normal. The vibe was good. Everything was good. The vibe was good. I was chilling. I felt comfortable. And then it was like little gestures like, okay, have you ever had sex, or you ever did this, or like questions that made me feel uncomfortable. So the whole time,
Who was asking you those questions?
both of them was asking like weird questions.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I never even seen the
I was
other
going
guy.
to ask who all was in the room.
Yeah, I don't even know the other guy. I can't tell you what his name.
How many people were in the room?
It was 3. Me.
2 dudes
Yeah,
and you.
me.
Okay.
Okay, and then,
Yeah, so
So you guys are talking.
throughout the whole night, that's how couple hours, time flies by.
okay.
And then I felt uncomfortable, and I said, okay, it's time for me to go.
You left how, on foot, in the
No,
car?
in the car.
So how far did you get?
Down the street. And I said,
On the
shit.
Which
I'm
way?
going
Because
home.
that street cuts 2 ways. You can go back like to 535, or you can go back to 192. Which way did you
I
go?
made a left.
You made a left. So you went under the paths that
No, I went out the front and made a left.
you made out the front with the left. Okay, so you're heading back to like five.
And I made a U-turn.
You made
called
a
him. I actually texted and I said, hey, y'all still up over there?
Mhm.
And then I called and I said, yo.
You text who?
I
Zach?
texted him.
Okay,
I
and
said,
what'd you say?
yo, I left my room key.
Okay.
I said, you back at the room. I'm in the living room.
You text him that? I left my key?
No, I called him.
You
I
called him?
texted him first and I said, hey, are y'all still up in there?
Yeah,
And he didn't text back, so I called.
so you called.
Who'd you call?
I called Zach.
Okay.
You called his cell phone?
Yeah, I called this stuff.
And
Why did you leave your phone in the car?
I don't know. It was in the car the whole night.
Do you?
I mean, since I was in
That's out of the ordinary. Most people's phones. I have 2 phones. I didn't know I have 2 phones.
I was going to Brittany's car at 5 o'clock in the morning.
You what?
I was going to Brittany's car at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Brittany, Emerita's girlfriend, had been by her side for roughly 6 months by that point. It was in Brittany's car that Emerita made her way to the Days Inn to meet up with Zackery and Andrew. But Brittany's role in this case was far from minor. As you'll soon see, she would become a key piece of the puzzle in the investigation.
So you left it in there because Brittany would be blowing your shit up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
When he went like
let's be
that.
honest.
Yeah, it went like that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm in a car,
yeah.
and how
So she'd be pissed off.
I answered the phone and then,
some dudes in the background and all
yeah,
that shit.
what the you doing? What you doing?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how it was,
Any
So I
spouse.
respect her.
significant.
Yeah, I respect her. You
Okay.
know?
So you called him. What do you say?
When I called him, I texted him first.
Okay.
I texted him. I said, hey, y'all still up?
Okay.
And he didn't text back, so I called. I said, yo, I left my room key. I wasn't gonna be able to get back in the room. I was standing at the Hilton. The first door, I couldn't. If I got back to the room and called Brittany, hey, Brittany.
It would have been
Yeah,
not good.
which still wasn't good.
I got
You know
you.
what I'm saying? So, And he said, yeah, and I walked in there. And the room key wasn't there. It wasn't on the bed.
Okay.
You know, I turned around. I was like,
So he lets you in. He lets you.
Yeah,
in.
he let me in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's going on?
Yeah.
And he said, so you finna have to.
You finna what?
You finna have to suck some. You finna have to suck this.
Zach tells you that?
Yeah.
And
Zach?
Yeah.
He tells you that?
Yeah.
Why? This is the second time you've hung out. You hung out all night, and then now he's gonna try and tell you to suck his dick.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Okay. And then what happens?
I told you
Where?
throughout. Later on, it was weird. It was asking weird questions, like, you know, I'm not trying to make this. It was making me very uncomfortable.
When you first start fighting, where do you start? Mark it where you standing.
Okay, he opened the door. I walk in.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the door right here because that's kind of far right here.
Okay.
I walk in. It's a table right here, and the chairs, and the chair. I walk in.
Okay.
This is where I left the key at. This is where because I didn't move around in the room. Period.
Okay.
Okay. When I came in, this is where I said. I said it the whole time.
Okay.
The whole night, this is where I was.
Okay.
I called him. When I left. I said, shit, I left my room key. I texted him. I called him. He let me in.
Okay. When
I walked in, I walked towards the bed. I turned around, and he was standing there.
Okay.
My room key wasn't there, period.
Okay.
I said, what's going on, bro? He said, bro, you gonna have to suck some so.
Okay.
I don't know if he was insinuating to get my key or whatever, but before then, they were making me very uncomfortable.
Okay.
So, first instinct is get the fuck up out of there. I need to get the hell up out of there.
Okay.
Because either I'm finna get, or he finna put, this was finna happen.
Okay, so you guys started fighting here.
Yeah.
Okay.
The table, all of this is close. This room's big. That room is little.
Yeah.
That room's little.
Okay.
It's really little.
So you guys start fighting. Where do you guys go from the fighting here?
I don't know. We was all over the room. But the first thing I grabbed was on that table.
Was on this
Was
table?
on that table was a knife. It was cigarettes. It was beer. It was drugs on that table. And that's the first thing I grabbed.
That was the first thing you grabbed, and then
Yeah.
So you're both fighting at
And I
this point,
stabbed it.
and then you stabbed him, and then when does the gun come out?
Yeah, the gun was already out.
So our question, I guess, is when does the gun come out at this point?
When I ran to the table.
When you ran to the table, you run to the table because you guys are fighting, and I guess he sees you reaching for something. He pulls out the gun.
Yeah.
Okay, so then does he come after you here, or do you go back over him, or what?
He was coming after me the whole time. We was going in it the whole time.
So then you stab him from there,
Yeah.
and it was in the front.
Yeah.
Okay,
And he's still chasing me.
Which hand you use?
I used this one.
Your right hand?
you're right. Are you right-handed?
Yeah.
Okay. So you stab him with the right. The stabbing starts happening here.
Yeah.
I
I jump. I'm running across the room. He's chasing me across the room the whole
Okay.
time.
Okay.
To this bed, around the room, across the floor.
Okay.
I pick up a lamp and I swing it at him.
You swing it out.
What
And
happened?
I think that's when he fell.
Where'd you hit him with it?
I hit him on the body.
Okay.
And then after that, I don't know.
Okay. So
I
then,
don't know. I hit him.
where does he
I
fall
hit-
at? Where does he fall at? Put where he falls at. Where does he fall?
He fell over here.
Okay. Put this is where he fall. Okay. So he falls here. Okay. So he falls here. Is that right? Okay. And then you see him fall, and what happens?
I hit him.
You hit him? What do you mean you hit him? Did you stab him again?
He don't chase me no more.
So he was down and you kept stabbing him?
No, I didn't stab him.
Or hit him with the lamp? Okay. And then what happened?
No, I was in shock.
According to Emerita, she arrived at the hotel just after 5 a.m., driving Brittany's car. For the next few hours, she, Zackery, and Andrew hung out, drinking, talking, and killing time until everything fell apart sometime around 8 a.m. Emerita says she left the room after Zackery allegedly made sexually aggressive comments but forgot her car keys. So she texted him, letting him know she was turning back to retrieve them. That's when things supposedly turned violent. According to Emerita, Zackery tried to attack her, and in response, she grabbed a knife and a nearby lamp, delivering a fatal blow in an act of self-defense. With that story, she successfully muddied the waters, turning herself from a suspect into a victim forced to protect her own life. But there are two major problems that undermine her account. First, despite her claim that she was forced to fend off a physical attack, investigators found no significant injuries, no defensive wounds, bruises, or trauma that would be expected after a struggle at close quarters with a knife and a heavy object. This directly undercuts her story of self-defense. And then there's the puzzling case of Andrew. Because if Emerita was only protecting herself from Zackery, how did Andrew end up with his throat nearly slit? The explanation for that, which you're about to hear, might be the most bizarre twist in this story yet.
There's more to it, so what happens next?
What happens next? I was trying to clear it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude came in.
But you said you were hiding behind the door.
No, I was on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard him, I was on the wall. He walked in.
No.
And I stabbed him.
Did he see you?
Yeah, he saw me.
Where did you stab him at?
Yeah.
In the neck? When you say, is it like a stab? Is it a slash? Is it a punch?
As it came in.
Was it side to side, or was it like this, or was it like side to side?
Yeah, it was a swing.
It was a swing.
Is that what was done to Zach too? You were swinging at it?
And I cleared it.
You cleared it. I know I'm saying you cleared it after the other dude, but with Zach,
With Zach, I remember running from him, fighting with him. I remember him shooting. I remember stabbing him. I remember hitting him with the lamp. That's what I remember.
okay.
Everything, my turn, everything was red out. Black out. It wasn't even black out. It was like a, get the hell out of this.
Enraged.
Impulse.
What happened to the weapons?
What happened to it? I took the weapon. I took the weapon. I don't know where the knife is.
And where's the gun at?
The gun, it was in my book bag.
Where's that at?
It was in my book bag in the trunk.
It's in the car.
Why do that to the second guy? He didn't really show any aggression towards you.
Man, I didn't know that.
You had your chance to bounce.
I didn't know that.
You already f***ed up with the one. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I saw him. I didn't know the he was gonna do. I didn't know what he was
But you
coming in and do. I didn't wait on shit.
You said
I
you
was
waited behind the
scared.
door.
No, I wasn't behind the door. I was on the
You
I was,
positioned yourself behind the door so that you were.
when I heard him, I stood on the wall.
Mhm.
I was scared. You gotta think about my situation. Think about me. I understand what you trying to, yeah. So put yourself in my
I'm trying to justify it, is what I'm trying to.
We're trying to understand. You got to give us credit for that. We're trying to understand it, and we're giving you an opportunity to tell your side of the story. However,
He walked in. I didn't believe I was gonna get out of here.
But you had a gun and knife.
Hell, they friends.
It don't matter, but you got the gun and knife.
Exactly.
And you know this dude ain't armed.
I don't know where he is. You right? I don't know where he is.
But I'm saying, you got the upper hand.
I don't
Right
know
now.
where he is. What I'm thinking is get the out of there.
So you stab him? Really? I mean, like, bro, you could have been like, I'm f***ing out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was. But you freaking shanked the dude.
why not shoot him in the leg? Or
Dude, homeboy was, I mean, whatever happened between you and Zach was done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, you're
this
right.
dude's just a straight up, was it because you're like, "F- he knows who I am, or
I don't
what?
know who I am.
Okay, so then that's gone. That excuse is gone. I mean, like,
I was scared, honestly. I didn't know what the fuck he was gonna come in there and do. I didn't know what he was gonna do. In my mind at that moment was defense.
had he
I
had,
don't know. He was making both. They was asking weird. They made me very uncomfortable. I came back. He was gone. Zach was in the room. Know what the hell he was gonna come back and do? Regardless of anything.
I'm just getting to dude number two. I'm like, homeboy was straight up like an innocent bystander. I mean, this guy's just at the,
It was defense. You clear.
how is it defense?
Because I didn't know what he was gonna do.
So,
I didn't know what was going
Let me
on.
run a scenario by you. I'm walking down a busy street, a busy sidewalk. Dude comes by me. I don't know what he's gonna do. Do I have the right to just f***ing stab him?
But that's not a good scenario.
Okay. I get into a fight with
No.
dude A.
You about to be, let's say you in jail.
Okay.
You in a cell. You finna be, say room this big.
Okay.
Okay? You about to be, you defending yourself. You don't know what the this man finna come in here and do. You know he got a roommate. You know, all y'all in jail. You fighting for your life. You do what you, he gave me a scenario. You do what you gotta do to try to get out of there. Okay. He come in. What's your first instinct? You're not thinking about anything.
If I've got a gun, a knife in my hand?
It's off impulse.
But in jail, you're in jail. You have the freedom to run out, to push him out. Hell, there was a phone in the room.
Off impulse.
You know what I'm saying? There was a phone in the room.
Straight impulse.
Okay.
It's all impulse.
All right. But impulse is taught. Impulse is not, I mean, it's something that you've done before. We've already established that you're not a violent person. I could understand if you had been through 8 million fights, you've done this, you've trained, whatever it is.
I want to start somewhere, though. I do want to start somewhere. You said that you texted him before you went back, right?
I said,
just to make sure that we have a credibility, that we're building up some type of credibility here, we're going to go check that out real quick. I'm going to be right back. Because right now, there's some details missing, and I just want to make sure we're going down the right road, okay? I am going to see that text message there, right? Okay.
This break in the interview may have come because the interrogation had hit a dead end. Emerita was standing firm, insisting there was no foul intent in what happened. But that didn't mean she was in the clear, because soon, investigators stumbled upon a piece of evidence that turned her story completely on its head. While searching Emerita's belongings, they turned up a stolen credit card, which shockingly belonged to Zackery. That discovery flipped the narrative. This was no longer a case of self-defense. Instead, it was starting to look much more like a robbery gone tragically wrong. And by the time detectives came back into that interview room, they were finally ready to piece together the truth.
Is there anything else you want to tell us further about what happened in that room? Any other details? It's just some stuff we need to understand. So this just happened, right? Something traumatic, something that you weren't expecting, correct? Why you take the lamp? Why take the gun, have enough time to put it up with the
I'm gonna lose.
That's what you're thinking.
I'm gonna lose.
You're trying to clean up? Trying to get yourself out of there as much as you can?
And then, even if you're trying to do that,
I'm in the system. So my fingerprints, I don't have time for that. I grabbed that and I did.
And even if you're trying to do that, now another guy, second guy comes up,
exactly.
Pretty much an innocent guy.
It wasn't a thing, but if you just look at, none of that makes sense. None of that made sense. It wasn't no thought about thing. It was all in reaction. Everything was in reaction. It wasn't like I'm finna sit, I'm finna contemplate, I'm contemplating this. Or it would have been cleaner than that. It would have been my car would have been running. It wouldn't have been, I wouldn't have turned around. I would have left earlier than that. I would have left, you know what I mean?
No, I believe that.
You know what I mean?
I believe that.
It wasn't.
I believe that. Did you take anything else?
No.
Did you take their IDs, credit cards?
No, I didn't take the ID.
You didn't take none of that? You didn't take no wallets from them, nothing?
No, I didn't take no wallet.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
So none of their property will be in that car?
In your car?
No, Zach sat in the car.
Because that's her car, that's Brittany's car.
Yeah, that's Brittany's car.
You said Zach sat in the car? Why? When?
Earlier.
How come?
Because we had walked out. If you see, he also texted me, I'm hungry. He texted me, I'm hungry. That's before I pulled up. So I walked in. Before that, I told you it was a vibe. It was a cool vibe. I know none of this ain't making sense. So if you want to, we can start over. All right, so
let's start over.
Let's start over.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. What's going on? Let's.
If you look through the text messages, before I even get there, he sent me a text what room number he was in. I'm supposed to just go hang out. Okay. He texted me, I'm hungry. So initially, before I walk in, we were supposed to go get something to eat. So he sat in the car.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't. We didn't leave. We just sat there and we talked for a minute. We went back inside. I hadn't even taken my beer in there yet. Then I took my beer in there.
What changed?
I don't know.
Because you're just talking in the
We
car.
was just talking in the car. Yeah.
I'm hungry right now. We're talking. It ain't going on.
He texted
You know what I'm saying?
He texted me, I'm hungry.
Okay.
And I said, man, you still want to get something to eat?
So he comes out of the car.
And we started talking about, he started telling me about how we can come up, basically. How he can show me the ropes, how he can, so I'm like, I can
Show the ropes
like
sound a little bit dope or
yeah.
whatever. Make a little money on the side. That's fine. Okay. Okay, so he's thinking maybe we can make this. Maybe we can make some. Maybe you can make some money. He can make some money. It's all good.
But it wasn't like no exchange. It was just talk. You know, it was just talk.
Yeah.
That's it.
You never agreed with him to pick up any weed.
No, I barely fuck around with that coach.
Oh no, you don't. But you weren't getting weed for anyone else. No. Okay. He's talking to you about this business proposition, maybe, or just talking, right? Maybe make a little more money. What makes you guys go back in?
It wasn't even a proposition. Like.
Well, you know, just talking crap, whatever. Just talking, making plans, seeing where you were at, maybe. You know.
Let's go ahead.
Just, and then you guys go back in the room. And this guy's in there. This other kid. He never came to your car, also. No. Okay. And then when you decide to come back, this is after you leave. What's your frame of mind? Are you upset or anything?
No. I'm like, shit, I'm in deep shit. Brittany finna kick my ass. That's what I'm thinking to myself. I need to go, man. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. She blowing me up. I still don't want to answer the phone. You know? She blowing me up. I answer. Brittany, I'm one more way.
Did you take in the weed and transport it? Was it in your car? There was no weed in your car?
No, if it's weed in there, it was already there. It wasn't his. It wasn't. I didn't take anything from him.
I'm not saying you took anything from them. I'm just saying, was there any weed that you were already transporting in the car?
No, it was.
Because I know Brittany smokes weed. I mean, I'm not a drug cop. I'm not for that. You know, I don't deal with dime bags and stuff. It's not my. No, we do.
No,
you know what I'm saying? But I know Brittany smokes weed. I mean, she already told us she smokes weed, so you know, that ain't no issue. But were you getting some weed for her?
No, I had already got some for her.
You already got some for her.
And it was Brittany who ultimately backed up what detectives already suspected. According to her, she was just outside the room when everything went down, and at that moment, Emerita pulled a knife from her own clothing. The blade, as Brittany described it, matched the suspected murder weapon. While this might have put Brittany in a precarious spot as well, her cooperation and honesty kept her from facing any charges. Emerita, meanwhile, was left in a much tighter corner. Not only had she failed to mention that Brittany was nearby during the attack, but she'd also insisted that the knife hadn't come from her, that someone else had picked it up. Now, with her carefully constructed story falling apart, Emerita was forced to confront a growing pile of problems.
This is the situation, okay? She's involved. We don't want to involve her. We appreciate you being, you know,
but she's not
being this way.
She was at the hotel.
Well, the problem is you involved her whether you like it or not. And I'm going to be honest with you.
Is she going to jail?
I don't know that yet. I don't know. Fact of the matter is, I got stuff in that car.
It's my stuff.
It's her car.
No, it's not. It's in her mom's name.
And who's in possession of it?
I am.
She is.
I am.
She says it's her car.
When you pulled me out the car, I was in the driver's seat.
And where was the stuff at?
In the trunk. And my stuff. None of that was in her stuff.
She's saying she smokes weed, and it's her car.
Was she gonna get a misdemeanor weed charge? Well, no ounce in there.
We're trying to explain something way bigger than weed, and that's what you're trying to explain to us.
No, what I'm trying to explain is why you keep throwing Brittany up when Brittany has nothing to do with my
Because you're not letting me finish my sentence. Can you let me finish my sentence so you understand what I'm trying to get?
You said Brittany's probably in trouble, but then you said she.
No, I didn't say that. You said that.
I asked if she was or not.
I said I don't know.
You know, my regardless, I was at a lose-lose when I went back. I was at a loss when I went back.
I'm trying to clear her right now. You're making it hard for me.
I'm not.
You are.
Easy.
No, you're not.
I really am.
You think you are, but you're not. You're not
honest.
Why would you be at a lose-lose when you went back?
I'm being because if I wouldn't have went back, then I wouldn't have been in that situation. Right?
But did you know she was going to go south? And when you went back, then how was it a lose-lose?
I didn't know.
And I don't know if you understand this, but I know you don't like me mentioning Brittany, but we literally try to clear her to like get her back to her life.
Brittany was at a hotel.
I understand that.
What
Unfortunately, you were.
It's the Hilton.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's the Hilton by SeaWorld, South Westwood. The second dude, the second guy, I don't even know how I didn't even think about it. But I thought I knew what he was going to do. I heard him, I knew it was him. You know? I knew it was him. I knew who it was. And he'd come in, it's me against him. It's like me. It's my life. This is what I'm thinking. It's my life, man. It's my life. I'm getting out of here. That's I feel like I'm in a box. I feel like I'm in a box like this. The room's that small. I don't see nothing else. This is what I'm seeing.
Yeah. But he walked past you, and then you struck him. So ultimately, you could have let him keep walking, and you could have got out of
He
dodge.
saw me.
So, but he kept.
I didn't know what he was gonna do. I didn't give him a chance.
Did you hit the second bed? You jumped to the second bed. Zach chased after you. Where was he at when the majority of his injuries were taken?
Have you tried to quit drugs?
I'm not even on drugs. I fuck off sometimes.
So it's just a little chilling thing?
Yeah.
But have you tried to like, hey man, maybe I should have this. No. Have you tried to
I
do
don't even
that?
like that because I don't do it.
You don't do that often?
Ultimately, like, if you wouldn't have been near these guys, it wouldn't have happened. And you were probably there for the wrong reasons, you know what I'm saying?
Just to hang out. That's what I was thinking.
Could you say maybe if the drugs weren't there, the drugs are a contributing factor to this happening?
I think the drugs are a contributing factor of what the hell he was thinking because he ain't had like that when I first met him. So what else could it have been? You know, I know y'all might not believe that.
No, we see the effects.
I'm surprised.
No,
So seriously, it's like, what's up, bro?
We see this every day.
What's up, bro? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm looking at this guy.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, bro? He in front of the door. What the fuck? Like, what the hell are you doing?
And you didn't get no weed from him that day?
Do you know anything about him? He didn't talk about anything about himself or anything?
I know that he said he had a daughter. Like, he
Right,
had a
that's what I'm
daughter.
saying.
Yeah, he had a daughter. He had a daughter. He said he really been out there by himself his whole life. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna mess with him. You know, I click with him because I don't trust people easy. You know, like I'm by myself. I don't mess with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any. There's people that I love people. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
but when you came back, the same guy that you clicked with, the same guy that you thought he was cool, betrayed you. He betrayed you. He fooled you. He did something that you weren't expecting. And obviously you had to fight back. Right? He fooled you. And there's another component to this, I think, whether it's money or whatever the heck it is. The drugs, you know, but at the end, he was a drug dealer. And guess what? To move what he has, people give him money for that. Right? That's what he does. Everybody we talk to, they know Zach deals dope. They know. You know that. You've got stuff from him before. We know that. We can prove that.
It's only one account.
You know what I'm saying?
The one other time that I told you about.
We can prove that already. We already knew that.
And I didn't lie about it.
Okay.
All along, Emerita has insisted she acted purely in self-defense, but Andrew's injuries tell a very different story. When doctors treated him at the hospital, they made some chilling discoveries. His throat had been deeply slashed, and there were multiple stab wounds across his body. More alarming still, the nature of those injuries made it clear they hadn't been defensive. In fact, they were meant to be lethal. Fortunately for Andrew, and much less fortunate for Emerita, he survived. This leaves a gaping hole in Emerita's account. Even if her version were true, there's no way to explain why she turned her attack on Andrew, an innocent bystander, with a clear intent to kill.
That morning, you went out to get some weed. And the weed wasn't for you. It was for Brittany.
No, I had been out all night.
Whatever the case.
I had been out all night long.
Fact of the matter.
got that weed. I didn't get any weed.
Fact of the matter is, you get Brittany weed. It's not the first time.
It's not from Zach.
And I didn't say it was from Zach. All I'm saying is that
I
night,
had been out all night.
you were gonna bring Brittany back some weed. I didn't say that you went there for that. I didn't say that you got it from Zach. I said
Brittany was
you have done that in the past.
If Brittany was up, I probably would have stayed at a hotel with her.
Oh no, she's asleep. I believe that.
Brittany,
100%.
I wanted to chill. I said, Britt, put on some clothes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I said, put on some clothes, man. We're gonna ride. Britt
Absolutely.
had done passed out. I wasn't gonna bother her, so I left. I did. She tell you, so I hang out by myself all night. I chill in the parking lot all night. I drink my beer, you know, and just chill, listen to music, vibe. Cause that's who I.
What were your plans for you and Brittany if this wouldn't have happened?
We probably would have went and got something to eat.
No. I mean long term. Long term. What were you
I don't know.
thinking?
I just want to see her happy. I don't.
You wanted to see her happy.
Well,
I want to
obviously,
help her progress. That's it.
obviously you knew
I'll
something
break her
happened.
down.
Obviously you knew this incident took place. What he's asking is like, what were you gonna do? Because you had to have been nervous.
Myself, yeah. I couldn't.
Huh?
I couldn't live with myself. Man. I probably would have killed myself for time myself.
Or turned yourself in. Would that have been here? Were you guys, I mean, were you running through your mind like, goddamn, I gotta get out of town, we gotta go back to Georgia, gotta go, no?
It's like, what am I gonna turn myself in? I'm off myself.
Have you ever talked to Brittany about Zach?
She know about it. I talked to Brittany about it.
Right.
Chico, I call him Chico. Like I met cool, he's cool, man. I was like,
Did you call Zach Chico?
no, I called John Chico. That's how I met Zach.
Okay.
She don't know nothing about anything that go on with me. I don't involve her in nothing. That's why she don't go. If I do anything, then it's by myself. She's never in the car with me. She don't do nothing for me. Brittany smoke a little weed, and that's it. That's why I keep it. I don't tell her where I get no weed from if I get it for her. Brittany smoked weed before I met her. So me, I have nothing to do with, that. I don't smoke weed. I'm a drinker. I drink. So I said, I don't even with that. If I do, then it'll be.
I think you're telling the truth pretty much about everything except for one thing. And the fact of the matter is I'm still kind of trying to figure out because look, Zach is dead. He's dead, okay? And obviously, when somebody's dead, there's going to be an autopsy done, okay? And we're going to find out what was in the system. We're going to find all that out, okay? And maybe, but listen, maybe he wasn't, maybe when you came back, right, for whatever reason, if there was a hotel key, whatever. The fact of the matter is that when you go to leave, okay, you're saying, hey, he ain't letting me leave. Okay, that's fine. But something else happened there because according to everything that we know now and the room, okay, it's not being consistent with everything that you're saying.
It is, because I'm telling you my
okay.
story. My story's not going to change because I'm telling you the truth.
The truth is the truth, and I can't change what's in the room.
You can't change what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Because I was in there, and I knew what I did. I didn't lie to you guys when y'all came in here and asked me anything. I've been honest with you from
Well, your story's changed a little bit.
I didn't try to hide anything.
Right.
Your story's changed just a little bit details, like I said. A couple of things that come to mind.
That's taking the limb. I took the limb and I took the book back and I tossed that on the highway. You go down there, I'm pretty sure you'll find it. Because it wasn't premeditated.
Where was it at?
It wasn't premeditated.
Where was it thrown out at?
I don't know, I told you I drove for a long time. And I was like, I need to get this shit out of here.
Was there any gas stations nearby? Was there any businesses, Burger Kings, Crapdonald's, anything like that?
It was like some buildings, and then it was a country. And it wasn't even, I didn't know where I was going. I was like, it was surreal. Everything was surreal to me.
Yeah, I believe it.
Everything was.
I'll tell you right now, what he just said about autopsy, I was there. He was stabbed more than once.
I don't remember him stabbing more than once. I remember hitting him with that lamp.
That lamp did not cause those injuries.
I was hitting him in the head with the lamp.
Okay.
It's the lamp.
A
I
lamp.
remember the knife.
Well,
it was red. I told you.
Could you think you had the lamp, or you were looking at the lamp? Could it possibly been the knife?
I had the lamp in my hand. It was the lamp. Because that's how we felt.
So how do we explain all these cuts then?
I don't know. I can't.
Stab wounds.
I can't. I don't even remember.
Do you know where else you cut him?
No. I remember stabbing him once.
Well, you stabbed them many times. Listen, you stabbed them so many times, it's almost too many times to count.
Impossible.
No, it's possible.
Oh, it's possible. We have a body that says that's possible.
I remember the lamp. I remember stabbing him once.
Well, no, because you said earlier twice, because you said you hit him on directly once and then you hit him on the side.
No, I didn't sit aside.
The back.
No, I didn't. I said in the chest.
Okay. Yeah, you did.
Replay it.
Look, it was a hard moment. We understand. It was a moment where you.
I don't remember stabbing him more than that one.
It was overkill.
I don't
I
remember.
don't know if there's such thing. There shouldn't be
I
kill,
wouldn't have done that.
but you did.
You did it.
You did it.
You did.
Well, I'm here.
We know. I mean, there's.
I'm
I'm just trying to let you. I'm trying
I
to give
mean,
you a
if
piece
it
of
wasn't you who did
Right
it,
now?
was it
Right now,
somebody waiting
right now,
outside? Was that driver?
Right now, there's no reason for me to lie to you. I'm telling you the truth. There's no reason for me to sit here and lie to you.
When the people come, yeah.
Nah, there's no reason for
They
me.
try to lessen.
Nah, there's no lesson, nothing. I ain't asking no lawyer, I ain't asking shit.
Right.
I came here voluntarily. Like I ain't saying shit to you. I ain't asked for nothing. I ain't even asked to speak to my mom. I love my mother to death.
Yeah.
You hear me?
I got you.
Seriously.
We all got
I'm sitting here by myself. Okay?
Yeah.
I am. Cooperating.
Absolutely.
Telling you the full truth. I don't telling you the truth.
Okay.
Not long after, detectives decided to step out for a few minutes, pausing their questioning of Emerita. But before we move forward, it's worth noting the layout of the hotel room, a key piece of the puzzle. The Days Inn offers two options: a room with a single king-size bed, or a room with two queen-size beds, like the one shown in this diagram, complete with an attached restroom. The room Emerita, Zackery, and Andrew chose was the latter, 2 queen beds. Emerita has repeatedly insisted that the altercation with Zackery happened near the beds and that she made her escape immediately afterwards. That's where things start to break down, because traces of blood were later found in the sink, suggesting someone tried to clean up, possibly washing away both the blood and the knife itself. Detectives are about to return for a final showdown. One last chance to expose the growing holes in Emerita's story.
Just took a little break. Stage's been rolling the whole time anyway, but it's 3:37, 15:37. Got your cigarette, everything like that. Hope that went well. Just a couple little things here. I know we had talked about round 3 or whatever it was, whatever you want to call it. You said you've been honest and everything. Just for the labeling of this ugly room here that we got going on. Door.
Shit was small.
Oh, believe me, we know. I mean, it's small room. So, to the best of your recollection, I know you said it went red, blacked out was some of the words used, that type of stuff, right? How many times do you think you actually stabbed?
I remember stabbing him the first time.
Okay.
And the lamp.
The lamp. So those are the 2 big things that you remember. And the stab took place at the front door?
Swinging at the other door.
Where did he go after that?
He chased me. I jumped over the bed.
Uh-huh.
All this was knocked over. I jumped over the bed.
Uh-huh.
He followed me. And he was even like tussling on the second bed on the wall. I jumped off.
Back up a little bit, what did you just say?
We was even like tussling on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Over here like on the wall. It's a wall, right?
Yeah, in the corner next to that other bed. Okay, that makes sense. Based upon what we saw in the room, that makes absolute sense. That's where I was trying to go earlier with the second bed. And so you end up over here in the corner. By the corner, I mean by the second bed over here, furthest in the corner by the bathroom. Where did
That's
you?
why you asked me about this.
Well, this is more over here. I'm talking about this specific right corner. I like that because that makes a lot of sense. So.
And we ran back.
I ran back to
All
where?
I know is I was running, scrambling around this damn room.
Yeah.
Okay? Remember jumping over the bed?
Mm-hmm.
I remember grabbing that damn lamp. I remember hitting him with that damn lamp. I remember jumping over this damn bed.
Where was that lamp at? Was it on this bed or nightstand thing in between? And when you say lamp, was it, how tall was it? Cause
it wasn't a floor, yeah, it was.
It was one that's on top.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit taller. Okay.
It was silver.
Silver. All right. You ran around the room. He ends up here in between the beds.
Yeah, because I kept hitting him, like.
Taking him out?
Knife, yeah, with the lamp.
With the lamp? Where was the knife at that point?
I don't know. So I said, I don't even. So he said, I don't.
But you later got the knife. Because it was used on the second dude.
At that point, I picked the knife up. It was on the floor. I don't know.
Okay. And then, at what point did he fire the gun?
When he was on the floor.
When he was on his back? And he fired it up? And it hit you?
Yeah.
Were you wearing those same pants? No? Where are those pants at?
They in that book bag.
The book bag that you threw out, or the... So what'd you wear home?
Long pants. All my clothes in the car.
So the pants that would support your story, basically, are gone. Can you think of maybe where those pants to help you out a little bit would be found?
It's really help.
You understand what I'm trying to say there? If there's a freaking bullet, if there's a graze, you know,
They
there's
can
gonna
prove he shot you.
It is. You want to see the wound?
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that moment next. Can you think of where those pants could be found?
Them guys on the side of the road.
But you understand, if it's the road that I'm thinking of, if it's a 6-lane road, right? 192 from the way
It was 4.
four, whatever it is. But there's a lot of businesses, a lot of red lights, and all sorts of shit.
That was like because I drove for it. I just.
But you know out there where that hotel's at, the Days Inn's out there in the tourist corridor, a lot of like the I Drive-ish, you know, bunch of businesses, touristy.
It was none of that.
Okay, but that's where that place is initially located, and then you gotta keep going. It sounds like you went east. If you hung a left there at the light, and then you said you saw signs for St. Cloud, you're heading east.
I was going the way that I came, but I ended up nowhere. I don't know where the hell I was.
This is a key confession from Emerita because the location of the bag containing the knife and the gun is something only the killer would know. Once detectives track it down, it's only going to make their case against Emerita even stronger.
And I keep dealing with that now.
Keep.
Yeah, I thought he was passed out. I thought he was just. So I grabbed everything, grabbed the lamp.
Do you remember seeing blood? Where was blood at?
It was blood. It was blood like on his hands. It was blood on the gun. I remember seeing blood. I remember seeing blood on that wall. I thought it was for me. I don't know.
On this corner wall? Do you remember seeing blood over here by the initial, by like the air conditioner and all that stuff? No?
And it was tussling over there, because that's where I grabbed the knife from.
Were you tussling in this far corner over here
It
too?
started at the door.
Yeah.
And that's where the table was.
Yes.
That's where the window was. And this was tussling at. That's where I saw the dude at. Now, that's where I saw the dude at.
Yeah.
And the dude, because we was in front of the window, was tussling.
Was the curtains closed or open?
They was like shuffling. But they were closed, but you know, they closed. But you
Up and down.
Yeah.
The curtain was being moved.
Yeah. So he had to see, bro. He had
Were you
to see.
screaming?
Yeah, I was like, stop, bro, stop. That's why I kept, stop, bro. Like, what you doing? Stop.
Yeah. All right.
What did you
I'm a
text?
good person. Like I felt bad, but I was like, shit, did he deserve this shit? Like, you know,
Or was there
you have a lot of
misunderstanding?
thoughts. You have a lot of thoughts in your mind. Like I had a lot of thoughts in my mind. Like, you know, especially like the past day. You know, like, fuck, I don't know what's going on.
I know we talked about phones and all that shit earlier, but what's your phone records going to show? Who did you talk to over the last day or two?
Shit, nobody.
You didn't call that hotel when you left after those two dudes, after that incident, you never called back to that hotel?
We were honest with you. We were truthful with you. What did you say? You said you'd send back, right? Did you call that hotel after?
I asked him to transfer to the room. See if anybody else.
Okay. Why?
I'm sorry, just for clarification, you tried getting transferred to that room to see if anybody answered? Why? Were you hoping it was going to be one of us that answered or one of those guys?
It was gonna be one of them guys.
What would you have said to them? I mean, even if they picked
I don't
up.
know. Conscience, right?
You had a guilty conscience at that point?
When you called, what did you tell the operator
That's gonna be transferred.
to that room? You didn't identify yourself and as anybody else?
You only called back one time? How quick after the incident What's that?
It was a minute.
I know what like street term minute is like.
Yeah, it was a while.
A couple hours?
An hour or two.
Hour or two? Okay.
Because that's when everything starts settling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was on for a minute, saying, okay, what happened? You know, sometimes everything was so real.
I understand first, dude, whatever the story is behind that. What about number 2?
I wasn't even thinking.
I mean, would you say 1,000% innocent and bystander in that situation?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm just.
What do I say to his family? Like, 'cause,
I mean,
it doesn't seem like he did anything, you know? We gotta say something.
I didn't know what he was.
I mean, I want to
there's no justification. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to like justify my actions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tell you that kid right there had nothing violent. Like, he never done nothing.
At that time, I don't know. Like I told you, I don't know him.
Well, we're talking about the second guy because we're really trying to understand. And we gotta explain to his family.
Yeah.
Because his family's like,
Fucking correct. I mean,
his family's like, what happened? Like, this kid's never done anything in his life. This kid didn't even get to, you know what I'm saying? This kid, wrong place, wrong time, I guess, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
it's a horrible excuse that we have to say. You know,
it's horrible. Like, imagine being us, like, saying that to them.
Yeah.
You know, comfort a mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just trying to understand that, but at the same time, it's kind of like there was some time there, so it's like, okay, well, where's the line to stop? You know what I'm saying? All right, he's down. Is he down for sure? We don't know, but you're gonna make sure he's down, right? So at that point, this all happens. You hear the door. Next kid comes in, and it's like he had a plate of freaking omelets in his hand. You know, he had omelets in his hand. He didn't have no gun, knife.
What we had talked about was you were armed.
Yeah.
You know, think about it. You know what I'm saying?
You think he was scared? You think he was scared? He was like, what the hell is this?
Shit, I was.
But imagine being him. He walks in.
And imagine being
his
me.
buddy's down.
You know?
His buddy's
I
down.
understand. You know, okay, it's me. I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going for what if it wasn't? What if I was in there too and the other guy was in here, he'd be getting the same question, right?
Everybody gets questions. Anybody who survives gets questions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
But do you see why we're asking these questions? You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like that. That's what process we go through. You know, and this whole thing has been about us understanding this better. And to be honest, there's still probably some stuff in there that we really can't explain, like the sink. What happened over by the sink? Something happened over by the sink. Zackery didn't go there. So something happened by the sink. You know what I'm saying?
There was no sane mind there. There was no. I was still in the fence. Like seriously, there was no point of.
But
I didn't think about anything. I thought about me getting the hell up out of there. This dude finna come here. I hear this dude coming in here. I don't know what he capable of either. I didn't think this dude was capable of anything. I'm in here tussling like this dude is looking at this dude. See me? Somebody help me. Somebody help me.
Well, but when it was all said and done, you had enough sense to take the shit out of there. Like you talked about the lamp because of you touching it. You got your prints on file and all that. So I mean, you were able to.
Yeah, my prints was already in the room.
I know. I'm just saying. But you had enough mind to take that and take whatever you could and get the out of Dodge and throw that shit out somewhere. You know what I mean? So I understand in the heat of the moment type of thing, but then came back and I won't say covered up, but tried to cover it up a little bit, you know, trying to delay the inevitable.
I didn't come back and.
I'm saying you took some stuff with you when you left and then discarded it. You know what I'm saying? Threw it away. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna collect some DNA. All right. I know you probably already thought about this shit. I got an order to signed by a judge.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. You've been highly cooperative all day today, everything like that, except for you don't like our pizza, whatever. But joke. So
I took the caring about you. That's kind of messed up.
I appreciate you.
yeah.
You sure you're not gonna eat it?
In the end, Emerita's elaborate story fell apart under the weight of forensic evidence and testimony from those involved. Zackery Ganoe, a kind-hearted father whose friends and family remember him warmly, lost his life in what many say was a robbery, masked as an act of self-defense. Prosecutors initially pushed for the death penalty, but on the 8th of December, 2017. Emerita avoided that fate by entering a no-contest plea to first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. In return, she was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. In 2024, she tried to challenge that sentence, but Florida's appellate court upheld both her conviction and the punishment, closing the book on a case filled with deception, tragedy, and a desperate search for the truth.